you everyone? Is Winnie Bajawa, and this is Medic Academy, a channel that caters for topics and discussions concerning healthcare as an industry and as a forum where we share expert knowledge and interview. And if you're new here, please remember to subscribe, click on the notification button so that you can be notified when our next guest comes to share with us their incredible knowledge in the healthcare. Incredible guest who is doing an amazing work in the community and also in the health industry, who is working as, yes, you will know more about her as you keep introducing her. Let me give our guest her chance so that she can introduce herself and who she is. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much for having me. So my name is Christabel Makena. I am a student nurse at Kmtc. I live in Watamu, but I study here in Kilifi.
First of all, before you look incredible.
Thank you.
Do you have like a designer who gets to set your outfits?
I'd say my mom is my main stylist,
Okay.
my mom, but I do have a lot of help from several designers all over Kenya and outside of Kenya.
You super look incredible. I love the outfit. It's blended all the way to the shoes, the makeup, like it's just perfect for the day.
Thank you.
So to go back into what you told us about that you live in Kilifi, and originally you told me you were not originally from Kilifi. Like, what motivated you actually to say I'm going to stay sort of in Kilifi and do all this good work that you're doing?
We came to Kilifi with my family in 2019, just before COVID, and we just loved the environment here, so we decided to stay.
Okay.
So I applied. I was originally to go to Kmtc,
Oh.
but because of the COVID restrictions, they chose the nearest Kmtc campus around, so that was Kilifi. That's how I found myself in Kilifi.
How is the journey till now?
It's good. I'd say it's good, but there's always challenges here and there. But we're surviving.
Yeah, great. So what inspired the choice of a course that you wanted to do? We understand Kmtc has so many courses that you can choose from, but you decided to settle for this particular one in nursing. Like, what inspired your choice?
Originally, when I got my KCC results, I was called to do engineering at MKU, but there's that history of medicine in my family, starting from my grandma, who was the first nurse of the family, followed by my aunt, who is currently a neurosurgeon. My other aunt is a nurse. So I was like, I already have the history there, so I just follow it. It's the family business.
It's a DNA thing. That's super. But you see, now you're doing nursing, and then I see you're even titled Miss Campus Face. How did this come together? Like, how is nursing Miss Campus Face? What is it all about?
So everyone in the family has a thing with talents. There's always that talent. But for me, it was always modeling since I was a kid. My mom would dress me up. She would help me wear heels. I started wearing heels at a very young age.
Okay.
My dad wasn't on it so much, but when I won my first title as Miss Promising, my first is back in high school, that's when he was like, okay, so this modeling thing is good. So you push through, but he wasn't on the idea of me doing it while balancing my studies.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I officially started modeling when I was 15 years, that's in 2017. That was the same year I unfortunately lost my dad.
Oh, sorry.
But my mom pushed me through it, and modeling was more of a therapy for me. Yeah, so that's why I really love it. But it's a therapy for me.
So it's a blend of passion and therapy, and it revives your energy generally.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us what are the requirements? Could be someone also who is passionate about modeling, but they have no idea what to do.
Modeling, if you're a lady, you just need to be wearing heels and know how to walk in them. You know, people just wear heels and walk, but there are ways how models walk. For me, I learned that the hard way. I used to watch America's Next Top Model when I was a kid, Victoria's Secret and Miss World competitions, and I grew up watching them. So I started practicing when I was a kid. And I also went to school for modeling.
Wow, there's school for modeling?
Yeah, there was a Rain Pageant Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, they taught me basically everything I know currently in modeling. How to even market yourself, how to sit, how to stand, how to eat. All that is included.
So how long is this course? Maybe someone may want to join.
I think they have the packages. For me, I took the Queen package, which was an extensive, almost 3 months, period. We used to go for sessions. In the session, you'd learn public speaking, you'd learn how to catwalk, how to create, we call them pet projects, the projects which we do for the community. Yeah, you're taught all that.
Okay.
Yes.
So considering this journey you've trained, are there like documents that you graduate out with, like a certificate in modeling, or what happens after you go to this school?
Yeah, you do graduate. Currently, I think the school, they do a show where they crown the current Rain Queen, the Rain Queen of the year. Yeah, so I left when there was a lady called Sandy Mafula. Yeah, she was the Miss who won. Yeah, but for me, I was so not so set, not so prepared.
Okay.
But we pushed through.
But I'm proud of you. You really doing amazing work. And you really showed the passion even for other people. You know, most people, even if they participate in this pageantry work, they don't really they don't walk around in the street and you start seeing they do, like wearing the crown like this and seeing it with pride. It's like they do it back, how can I put it, like a backbench. You just hear the model and you see the photos on the social media, but on the ground, like meeting them physically while manifesting what they do as a passion, you really don't get it straightforward. So maybe you can tell us, how did it happen that you ended up in Miss Campus Face?
Miss Campus Face, I say it was one of the toughest journeys I ever got. It so happened that the competition was in the same week as one of my exams, my final exams. So I had to be in the exam room during the day, then in the evening when everyone else is going to study, I had to get my heels, run to the training ground because we had a trainer on set, and she was training us up to 11 a.m. So at 11 a.m. I come back, I'm really tired, I wake up at 3, I go study for my exams, and it was one of the most draining journeys in my career, but it was all worth it because nobody expected. Nobody expected. I think we were only 2 from Kmtc, and nobody expected us to even place top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having won this, are there any roles you participate in the community that maybe, what does the crown come in terms of responsibilities and roles?
What I usually say is that a crown, you give meaning to a crown as a queen.
Okay.
Because for me, my passion was always on mental health and gender-based violence and raising awareness, because so many people around me suffered the effects of gender-based violence and mental health. So I decided to raise awareness for people out there, because I know there's so many girls out there, so many women, men, boys who are suffering and they don't know where to go. You know, you only know that the GBV center is at the hospital, but you don't know what GBV is.
Yes.
See? So that's why I started a campaign for gender-based violence. I received so much support, especially from the county, from my school. There was so much support around it, and I am really grateful for that, because we have been able to reach so many girls out there. Yeah.
And then with the work again that you do, there's so many myths that people have. And when you tell someone like, I'm a model, I'm in the fashion industry, they think of this high-end red carpet where you're just walking and people are clapping for you, you know. What are these myths that are biases that people have towards the fashion and the modeling that you feel they should know actually?
One of the largest myths, one of the biggest myths, and one I really don't support is that models are supposed to be skinny, not the, you know, there's the beautiful skin.
Yes.
The skinny where you're like, oh, she's really pretty.
Exactly.
But they expect us to look malnourished.
I know. It's like you have to be 40 kgs or something.
Yeah, but you know, it's really not fun, it's not fair. That's why even so many fashion houses, major fashion houses all around, led by Rihanna with Fenty Beauty, she has really raised awareness that, you know, models can be curvy, and they can be, and curvy is beautiful, and all body types are beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is one of the largest ones. Another one, especially in Kenya, but I think this is also brought upon by the models themselves, is that models are like, they're viewed as sex objects.
Yeah.
That's one really major myth that has really affected many models who are even new in the industry, because even for me when I started, there were people who expected me to give them like favors, sexual favors, in return for them like having me on their shows and all that. But I think that was when I stopped modeling for a while. I started when I was 15, but I stopped, finished high school, and like, I'll go back, but I'll go back to a different route. Because if this is what modeling is, then I don't want any part of it. And that really discourages a lot of models. And I feel like we need a safe and secure way for them to go into modeling and not have to worry about selling themselves. Their bodies. Girls are innocent out here, but you know, the world breaks us and you have to harden yourself.
And looking at it in such a way, do you have like support system? Like, which advice will you tell to girls who really wish to go there but they are aware of such biases? What is this safe route that you've mentioned about?
My biggest support system and my safe house is my mom.
Okay.
All over Kilifi. I think all over Kilifi and the safe parts of Mombasa. So many models know that, you know, if you're going to have Makena on your show, you'll be sure that her mom will be there. Yeah, unfortunately today she couldn't come because she was really worn out, but I am very sure if she had the time she would be here. I always bring my mom everywhere, and it sort of gives me that respect that this girl comes with her mom, and you know, her mom is aware of what she's doing.
She does, yes.
And you know, you can't just go tell her anything just like that, and it brings in a lot of respect for me, and I am really appreciative of my mom for that.
So it's in this industry.
Yes.
But also I think for any other passion that you pursue, even if whatever the other person may want to do, but I think that support of family is very key.
Especially the parental support.
Yeah,
Parental
sure. I want you to take us into your achievement moments. Like, what are these moments that you've been to and you've really, really felt proud that I'm glad I'm here?
I have three major moments, three of them. The first one was when I was in high school, and we had a cultural day in school, and we had the Miss Moiforces, because it was an all-girls school. The Miss Moiforces happening, and I remember I was in Form 1, and there was all the hype and everything going on. But then my designer, the lady was supposed to help me with all my outfits and had my creative work, decided to go missing. And she just she disappeared. And I remember I searched the whole school and I was so discouraged.
It was a boarding school.
Yes.
Where did she hide?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So I was so discouraged. I went to the one who was the outgoing Miss Moiforces, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even doing this again. She was like, why? I told her, I cannot reach because my designer has decided to go missing, and my creative is also missing. So how can I walk on stage with things I don't have? Then she was like, Makena, you are going to get on that stage, whatever the cost. We are going to help you find everything. At the last minute, it was like 2 hours to the show.
Wow.
And she got me 2 of her friends. They were in Form 4, I was in Form 1, and we became really good friends after that. So I didn't work for creative wear, but they helped me work out outfits for all the other categories. And when everyone was wearing long dinner gowns, I went in with a short dress. And I was the only one in a short dress, and everyone was like, did she not understand
The assignment?
But I was the only Form 1, the rest were Form 3s and Form 2s. And when I had my tag number, because on the runway they call you by your tag number.
Yes.
And when my tag number was called as Miss Promising, and they were like, this one, she really tried her best. She would have won, but she had so many things missing, but the way she put them on stage, they were like, this one, we have to give her somewhere.
Oh, that was nice.
That was one of the best moments. And I remember our principal was there and she was like, congratulations. The second one was when I was competing for Miss Campus Miss Kilifi. Like I mentioned earlier, it was one of the biggest challenges I faced. So I would wake up, go to class, read, and then go for my exams, and then go at exactly at 4, because we were required to be there by 4:30. At 4, I would leave, run to the training grounds, which was in Pwani University. So during the training, I found out that one of the models there had a relationship with, I think was it Miss Pwani. So there was that whole sisterhood going on.
Okay.
So I got really discouraged. It was like, I am here pushing myself, but there's someone who's already selected for the crown, and it was really, really discouraging for me. But I talked to my mom, and she was like, you know what, you do it, because you've already gone there for half the week. What's 2 more days? So we finished, and she was like, you know what, don't go to win. Don't go to win, just go and have fun.
Yes.
And my mom helped me with my outfits. I had a friend who was in Kilifi. She pitched in. She's the one who actually gave me the gown that I won in it, the gown and the shoes. And they were really, really supportive. And when I won, I remember my mom was in the crowd and she was all smiling.
The stars and aligned.
Yeah, and I actually never expected to win that title. It was a pure shock for me. I was like, I thought there was someone already
for this.
Yeah, but it was a pure shock for me. The judges were new apparently. There was a whole mix up and change in everything at the last moment. So that was a really, really good moment for me. The third one was last year in December. We had been placed in Mariakani for our mother in labor rotations. And while we were there, I got a call from a friend, and she was like, I'd been really wanting to go into the high fashion as a coast. I tried for my Malindi high fashion last year, but I couldn't get in. But I was told there was one coming up called Pwani International Fashion Week. So I was like, you know what, I am going to push until I get this one.
Yes.
So I got someone who connected me to the one who was choosing the models. And they were like, okay, where are you right now? I told them I am in Mariakani, but you tell me what time you need me there. So a week to the show, because I got chosen. So a week to the show. I had to be in Mombasa during the day. So I organized to go for night shifts in Mariakani.
Sacrifice.
I sacrificed sleep for a whole week.
Wow.
shift in
Go
Mariakani.
to another station.
During the day, I'm just maneuvering. I think I only got like an average of 6 hours of sleep during the entire week. And it was really draining. I think one of the organizers on the day of the show, she was like, Makena, you look very tired. I was like, no, I'm very okay. I survived on coffee and energy drinks.
I know some people don't understand the hard work people put in place to see all these things fall.
Yeah,
You know,
and
yeah.
it's really a lot of, it drains the energy most of the time. But it was worth it. The high fashion moment was really worth it because I stepped into the high fashion world, and right now I have the ability to go into any high fashion event and I'll get picked because they know this girl, she's hardworking. In fact, when I introduced myself to my trainer, and she was like, you're a nurse. And I'm like, no, I'm a nursing student. She's like, how are you even here? They never expect people in the medical field to go into things like fashion and all that. But there are so many medics out there who are pushing for that. And it's really something that, it's groundbreaking for the medical industry. And and it takes time, it's a lot of work, it takes a lot of sacrifice, but it's always worth it.
We are proud of you. We are here championing for you at medical field. We are happy one of us is there. And when you're out there, don't feel ashamed. Just mention this is what I'm proud and I do, apart from what I do on these runways. And so how do you re-energize yourself? I understand the plannings can be so draining, the way you're saying. You're here planning your work on the professional side. You're here blending your passion on the runways. And both of these works are actually very time consuming and energy requiring. So how do you bring yourself back to your normal energy after such demanding moments?
I take long, very long rests.
Okay.
Especially like during Pwani, I think I slept for almost 48 hours after the show. My mom took me, and she usually laughs at me because the show ended on Sunday at around 3 a.m. And she told me once we got into the car, you just fell asleep because I woke up on Monday. And
you blacked out.
I blacked out completely. Up to Monday, I think Monday in the morning, is it morning or afternoon? Almost afternoon. And that's when I'm waking up and I'm like, I need water. And my mom told me the things you do. Sometimes my mom usually asks me how I do it. Honestly, I feel like it's a lot of passion and the support you have. And when you have that support, you get that energy. And it's just amazing.
Nice. So with all this, what word do you have for your mom? You've been mentioning her, and it's the key word in each and every discussion that you're bringing in, from your starting time to her dressing you to now going with you to your trainings and these events. Which word do you have? Yeah, you can face our camera and talk to your mom. What do you tell her? I'm sure she will watch this.
I'm very sure she will be watching, and she will share it to so many of her friends. So, Mom, if you're watching, thank you so much. It's because of you I'm here today, and I am really, really grateful for everything you've done for me, from building my character, because she built it the hard way. There's a lot of beating involved.
Oh, it's African mom, be proud of it.
And all the support you give me, I am so grateful. And I hope you know I always love you so much. I love you, Mommy.
That's right. I haven't gathered wipes.
I think if I ever did something wrong and someone mentioned my mom would be angry, I'd start tearing up.
It means you have a strong bond with her.
A very strong bond. But it wasn't always like that.
Okay.
No.
How was it?
Me and my mom could not sit in the same house. Yeah. because I was more of my daddy's girl.
Okay.
And me and my dad were the closest. We were even closer than my dad and my mom. I usually say that because my mom tells me that, you took your father from me. Yeah, we were so close. And when my dad passed on, he was in the army. And he went for a mission and then he passed on in Corps. The depression got to him. It was really bad. That I couldn't even cry during the funeral. It was so terrible. My mom is crying, my bro is crying, and I'm just there, I'm just like a statue. I can't believe it. So 6 months later was when I actually cried for the first time, grieving my dad's death.
And how did you overcome that?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Sometimes I still have nightmares and all that. I still miss him and all that. But that's why, like I said earlier, modeling was my therapy. It was my getaway from everything. That's why when I have an event, I give it my all, because it's that feeling I really want. The feeling of being on the runway, the excitement and all that. It reminds me of my dad. Because my dad was there during my first show.
Wow.
My first show, when I was a little kid, I actually wasn't into modeling as much. I was into acting.
Jackpot! What other thing you're doing, no?
Yeah, I was in acting. I used to do church plays.
Okay.
So my dad would sacrifice. His dad actually taught me on how much sacrifice is. Because my first show, my dad came in from a night duty at his base camp. He came to church. He was so tired, but he came and he watched me perform. And he was so proud of me, and he was like, I am so proud of you. That day he took me out. He was very sleepy. I could even tell my dad was so sleepy. But he took me out with the family and we celebrated together. And I think that is what usually makes me sacrifice all that sleep, because I'm like, if my dad did it to come see me,
then it shouldn't even disappoint me.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's watching and he's proud of you. I'm sure he's like, get back the best girl. You know, the way KDFs or the defense forces, there's that pride they just hold in seeing their children doing it big.
Yes.
So I'm sure he's super, super proud and he's watching over you.
Always feel like he's just near me.
Yes.
He's always watching over.
Yes.
So nice.
He's proud to trust you. I am one of the KDF kids. So let's wrapping it up. Which word do you have for the youth or a girl out there who wants to join? Just a brief word. You can address the ladies and the youth or men who really wants to be joining a platform like yours.
My biggest advice is don't let anyone or anything stop you from what you want to do. You can be seated and you're like, I want to try modeling, but there's all this myth and all that. So many people are doing modeling out here. We have ladies of different color. We have ladies with even albinism. There's albinist. I don't know how to put that.
Albinism.
It's albinism. The people there with albinism, the people who they have prosthetic legs,
Yes.
but they still walk runways. So there's nothing that you can say that can stop you from doing it. Long time ago, it was only ladies with blonde hair and blue eyes and skinny could only walk the runway, but all that has changed. The current fashion industry is open for all. In fact, we're even going to the digital world where you can just sit, create your dream self on a computer and have it walk on the runway.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's happening. The fashion industry is revolutionizing in very many ways. So there's nothing that can stop you. And if you want to go into the pageant world, have a cause that you want to support. Don't just go there because of the crown, because you'll just become another girl with the crown. You have to, if you want to really make an impact, use your crown for the good of the community. Yeah, that's what I would advise anyone who wants to go into the fashion industry. Also, if you have parental support, that really helps a lot. it helps like by very far. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Makena.
Thank you.
For me, I'll just emphasize, we are super proud of you. And every guest I bring on that chair, trust you me, they have been vetted and approved. That they are doing amazing and they're making us proud as an industry. You know, the medicine field or the medical field has been known like they're just these bookish people walking around with all the books in their heads and they got nothing else to show us. And it's really motivating seeing part of us just taking other lines and speaking more than just what they do either in the theater, in the wards or such places. So we are really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
To my people, to my followers, thank you for always coming back to this channel and listening to our experts, to our incredible guests who are really doing amazing work and they're going ahead of just their professional to do more work that can motivate all of us. And if you have an incredible story that you wish to reach out to us, feel free to always either email us or you can comment down below and we can reach to you so that you can, you know, host you two on this seat. So thank you so much, Makena, for gracing us. And from us as our Medic Academy, may you be blessed.
Thank you
and
so much.
May your crown become more bigger. We want to see you in the Miss World Africa or Miss World.
Yeah, we are hoping for that next year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll be here clapping for you. Ask us for votes, we shall vote.
Yeah.
Ask us for whatever support you wish.
Yes,
We are really proud.
Very honored.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for agreeing to be part of our guest group. Asante sana. So, clients, bye-bye.